Everybody, thanks for watching. Just a quick reminder, the flash drive sale has been extended for another week. I got you guys emails. As I said, if I get enough people email me asking to extend the sale, I would extend it another week. So yeah, a few hundred people email me, a lot of emails. We'll extend it for another week. Price will stay the same. But 2023 will only be on the flash drive. It will not go back on Podia. It will not go back on Merkabah Academy. It'll only be available on the flash drive. If you ordered the flash drive, it's on there already, and you guys already had a chance to download it. As a matter of fact, today is the last day to download it from Podia. So if you're already a Never Pay Again member, you can still download it today only for the next 24 hours from Podia, meaning it will probably extend into Tuesday. But after Tuesday, you won't see it up there no more on Podia. So the only way you'll be able to get it is from the flash drive. So make sure you guys take advantage of the flash drive sale again while it's up another week at the same price. I didn't raise it anymore. So again, like I said, I got the emails. Don't have to send any more emails, please. But it's extended for another week. But that's basically what the video is about. We'll get into this information on what I was speaking about before, because a lot of you guys had questions about what's going on with the algorithm and the reason why I'm taking it down and not putting things up on the platform for a long time. And that's something we talked about before. And a lot of people thought it's bullshit, because when the information first started coming out, we talking 2016. And a lot of people didn't take it seriously as far as their plans on what they was going to do with the algorithm, because it just seems like it's a First Amendment violation. And a lot of people don't understand that a lot of these social media sites are private, so they don't have to adhere to social media, or excuse me, to First Amendment rights unless you work for the company. So it's different. They can basically discriminate, and they can go against your First Amendment rights if they want to. We'll get into that. But yeah, you guys got another week to download for now. As I said, this will be your last chance to get Never Pay Again membership, as well as the flash drive from this one sale. It was $3.99 before. It's only $89.99 now. It will not go down any further. It will go back up to $3.99 eventually. So yeah, again, I got a lot of the emails from you guys, and I extended the sale. So after this week, you won't be able to get them both for one price. They will be separate, and you won't get both. But yeah, it's still a lot of people who haven't upgraded their Merkabah Academy membership. A lot of you guys bought the flash drive, you didn't register. So make sure you guys register, so later on you're not confused when something comes out on there that you want to grab. Also, again, if you're a Never Pay Again member and you don't have access to Podia, make sure you send me an email so you can get full access to Podia, so you can get those downloads when you need them. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who has supported and participated and looked out with the flash drive. And as I said before, I know a lot of Never Pay Again members, you guys have access to all those videos. This was just simply a convenience. I know some people felt some type of way. I wasn't like trying to ask people for trying to extort people out of money for the flash drive. It was simply a convenience. Of course, you can download all of the videos on your own, but having a flash drive with everything on there already ready for you to go, and plus with the YouTube videos as well, I thought would be a convenience for a lot of people, and we appreciate the support and helping us raise those funds. The flash drive is 128 gigs. This flash drive is 128 gigs. We was able to condense the file down to a smaller size, so it's 128 gigs as opposed to 256, because there was no need for it for us, and it's just saves so much time, and it boots faster when you put it in your computer, it being 128 gigs. So yeah, that's another thing. Make sure you guys take advantage of the sale now while it's available. So yeah, let's get into this video. So as I said, 2016, what they basically did and how they set this whole thing off, if you remember, I'm gonna take you back. It was the whole Trump campaign, and supposedly you had Russia and China releasing all this misinformation on elections and on Trump or what have you, that they believe swayed the election vote to Donald Trump's favor. So they believe, or what they was trying to imply, is that misinformation is what swayed the vote to Trump. If you understand, it's misinformation. So that's how they do it. Same thing, you had Oprah with mad cow disease. A lot of people don't understand these little subtle things that happen be the reason for a major change. Pay attention to something that they're harping on, that they're putting a lot of attention into, because they're doing it for a reason. And sometimes it might be so subtle, you don't realize what they're trying to do until the change happened and you don't even see it, which is basically what's happening with this whole algorithm. A lot of people don't know how big this was because there's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of racism, people being shot and killed. So much stuff was going on when it first kicked off. So the whole thing is, yeah, they want to say that because of Russia and China, a lot of misinformation came out. So this was basically created to protect the people from misinformation, and that supposedly the whole thing was to just really put a stoppage to misinformation involving politics. You understand? So then if you pay attention to before that, what was going on? What was the big deal? Bullying. Remember, it was a whole campaign about cyberbullying, and then the people who was killing themselves, and a girl who killed herself because she was bullied, kids being bullied or what have you. It was a whole bullying campaign that was a big deal, and a lot of people didn't understand what happened with that whole cyberbullying campaign and what that was about, and just bullying period. So with the bullying campaign, that's another thing that they wanted to use to say, well, we got to stop cyberbullying, and we have to have a way to be able to protect people, protect kids from being bullied or from certain content. Now, when the hell did they decide that they wanted to start protecting the kids, when you can jump online and watch porn whenever you want if your parents ain't paying attention? Because again, this whole thing is going to go back to parents. Has nothing to do with the algorithm or what Joe Blow is saying, because no kid is going to jump on YouTube and specifically look for my type of content on ancient Egypt and Africa and stuff like that to watch. They didn't watch cartoons or kid shows, funny stuff. So it's not about protecting the kids. It's about clear as day silencing the truth, plain and simple. So no kid is going to do that. And then it doesn't matter if they have parental guidance or not. They're going to watch what they want to watch when they want to watch it, if they want to see it. They're not specifically looking for ancient history information, truth shit. These kids don't care about that. So the whole notion that it's done to protect the kids is bullshit. So we had the cyberbullying thing going on. We had this whole thing with Trump, and they was harping on basically stopping the social media algorithm, which at first just started with just misinformation. Now I'm gonna read this real quick, and it's just like certain things that they're talking about, like you can just clearly pick out of the article and say, what the fuck is you talking about? Because we don't control a person's mental. You understand what I'm saying? We don't control what a person can think. Now, in the same way they can talk about misinformation, we've been taught, biblical, so-called biblical history, the Bible, what have you, for how long? How long? So where was the algorithm to basically get rid of all this misinformation on the Bible? Because again, what they're going to talk about when I read this, they're going to talk about having something in place to basically fact check this stuff. So basically what they're telling you is, we want you to believe our way and what we want you to believe, not what somebody else tells you. So we're going to be the ones who says what is true and what is false. If we say it's true, then that's true. If we say it's false, then it's false. And we're going to say these people are the main people who we can go to basically fact check this stuff and say that it's valid. Now, again, of course, religious information requires faith. It's backed by faith because there's no proof. Now, they can say, or any one of these scholars can say, it is believed, or that they think, or they thought. They can give you their opinion, which is what they're trying to kill. Anything that we do, we're going to give the facts, we're going to get the proof, we're going to give our research or what have you. But at the end of the day, if you can't validate it, if you can't post proof or facts or what have you, it's a person's opinion, which everybody's entitled to. You might as well take away social media altogether if you're not going to allow a person to give their opinion. During the 2016 election cycle, Zhang became worried after seeing friends and colleagues share misleading things online. Now, this is basically talking about they want to make you believe this is how they came up with the algorithm, and this guy Zhang is one of the researchers or what have you, one of the computer scientists who helped develop the technology. As the problem became more apparent, he realized that he could use his research to make a difference. Fake news doesn't appear in isolation, he said. Normally, there will be some correlation among authors, topics, or issues. So if we check them in isolation, we'll probably miss some information. We can bring in graph neutral networks as a way to capture this correlation and detect these fake news articles. At his previous institution, he developed a graph-based neutral network called Fake Detector that analyzes a fake news article's contents, topic, and author and assigns them a credibility score ranging from completely true to completely false. Pants on fire, like this bullshit article. The program was trained on data from the independent fact-checking website PolitiFact. Like, who are these people? How can we believe their information? Where it learned that specific topics or keywords appear more often in false articles than true ones, and that certain political figures were generally more credible than others. It uses information to make decisions. If we find author credibility has some issues, then a news article from them is more likely to be fake or incorrect, he explained. Who decides this? In the team studies published in the 2020 IEEE International Conference on Data Engineering, Fake Detector greatly outperformed other leading open source fake news detection programs. Yes, they have multiple, showing the promise a graph neutral network approach has for detecting fake news. I understand what it's saying here. They're trying to make it as if Joe Blow blogger blogging about whatever the fuck you want to blog about somehow has influence on the entire world, the entire country. So how are you going to create an algorithm to go after somebody's opinion based on what you went and had fact checked that we can't fact check the fact checker and believe what they posted? How the fuck we supposed to believe your guys over somebody else's information who gave us proof, gave us information that we can, with our own adult rational minds, can determine if it's true or false? So, saying this is basically saying the American people are so fucking stupid, we don't want to allow them to make up their own minds and make their own decisions. We're going to make it for them with this whole fact checker bullshit. Because if that's the case, and you're basically doing this on the premise of morality, because what are we talking about here? We're talking about an opinion from somebody that you want to believe or not believe. If it's true or false, that's something we're going to determine. Now, obviously, we're all smart, and if something that's drastic that's going to be said by somebody is put out there and it sounds crazy, it's not going to make the local news because it's false. So 9 times out of 10, we're not going to believe it. It's a bunch of people walking around believing Jesus walked on water, raised the dead, turned water into wine. People believe in that and basing their entire life off of that belief, and there's absolutely no proof. Where's the fact checker on this? When we have people basing their lives on religion, and we basing, our laws or what have you on religion, is no proof to back this stuff up. So where is it going to end? So I want you guys to understand, when I said you're going to keep stuff up there, I already know. Like I can't explain how I know and what, the information I got from whoever. But trust me, I know what's going on. It's something I talked about this already, what they're going to do. That's one of the reasons they had to kill net neutrality, because now they can independently break down what they want to break down. And they can put sanctions on these people behind closed doors and take away grants and loans and tax breaks or what have you for them not complying or having this whole detector on a system. You understand? So it's coming. Understand that it's coming. It's going to happen. If you don't have control of all the platforms on your system, what you're doing, that's going to be the end of it. It's going to be over. We're going to go back to freaking gossiping. The only way we're going to be able to get information is to text it to each other if they don't fucking compromise that. This is what I'm trying to tell you, and people not listening and don't understand what I'm trying to say. Everybody would think somebody trying to scam them. This shit is going to be over. Now, I don't know how many sites is around that's like mine. That's like Merkabah Academy, that's trying to give you facts, truth, real information. Didn't sell out, not filter real shit, because we don't have enough. And the ones that, if they got endorsements, I keep telling y'all want to be, y'all got your favorite people. They got lectures, and they got, I told y'all, Gaia, you guys that's on there, those people who got verification, that's doing press conferences and got whole audience and shit like that. These people sold y'all out. Y'all want to believe this shit because it fits the whole Hollywood narrative, and they make y'all believe that they doing something to give y'all real information because they have a platform and they got people in crowds or what have you. It's bullshit. They wouldn't allow it if it was real information. It's misinformation. These people are planted all over YouTube, all over the internet to get you pulled in. A lot of these guys I never even heard of. Let me tell you why I didn't hear of them. Because I don't watch this shit. I don't troll up and down YouTube looking for shit to watch. I know where the information is. You got to read books. Can't just watch videos all the time. I give you guys information, books, pop up on the screen for you guys to go read and look at shit. Now, if this was about me trying to make myself big or what have you and do this and that, you would have seen me do a bunch more lectures. Plain and simple. I'd have been out there. I'd have had huge crowds of people, what have you. And you know how much shit I turned down? Because I know where it's headed. If they can't control it, they won't allow you to have it. You're not going to get verified if you're not doing what they want you to do. I mean, think about that. I'm not verified. My shit got demonetized. They're ready to take it down because I'm not conforming to what they want. Now, you have Vice and you have Gaia putting out way more controversial videos than me. Vice got fucking videos of people smoking crack and crystal meth. But they said that my videos are harmful. But those videos are not. So what does that tell you? You got to understand what's going on here. So pay attention. Like, this is going to be gone. It's on the way out. We're not going to have many sites with the truth. And the thing is, a lot of people are not going to know because those sites that don't get no views and people are not on there, nobody's going to know that they even was here and disappeared. And then you're going to think the fake news is real news because it's allowed. That's what they want to happen. What's going to be allowed, the only things that you're going to be able to see is the bullshit. And everybody's going to be walking around believing the bullshit. And anybody with any real knowledge is not going to have a reach to get to you. So again, like I said, if we don't have our entire platform our own, public, private, our own shit, owning all of the programs needed to run the site, it's a wrap. Because anybody else, third party or what have you, that owns these plugins and programs is going to abide by these laws or what have you, and the algorithm, and that's going to be it. So when I said, need help, I'm not a billionaire. Even billionaires have fundraisers. Billionaires raise money to fund projects, buildings, what have you. They got crazy money, stinking rich. Probably can afford it on their own, but they go to banks to get the money. They have fundraisers. They go to investors to help them get shit off the ground. And it's beneficial to everybody. So again, when I ask everybody, hey, please grab the flash drive, help out with what we need to get this site off the ground. That's the reason. Because if we don't have this platform free and clear, private, public, meaning private for us, but open to the public, then we're not going to have a chance to continue to put out truth and real information and have an opinion. Like, it's just going to be all bullshit and a bunch of people, that basically sold y'all out. You got people walking around, people in the music industry, walking around believing that they sold to the devil. So if you don't think that people are going to sell y'all out to just talk, come on. It's bullshit. Especially when they're not getting no support anyway, and they're getting crazy money because they have their platform. You got to pay attention to what they're trying to do, what they have already effectively done. It's going to be gone soon. Everything I've been telling you guys has been coming true. So now it goes on to say, Zhang joined UC Davis this fall and has continued to build upon this success. He says he's writing multiple proposals for projects in the area and is eager to collaborate with industry to make a real impact. Like, a real impact on what? Truth? In the meantime, he and his group are working to make the program better. Zhang says his long-term goal is to develop a system that can tackle a broader range of fake news on social media. Understand, a broader range. What are they talking about? As the system has a harder time with shorter articles, images, and videos. We can see fake news appearing in different sizes and topics and on different platforms nowadays. So I have plans to develop a system that can work for these diverse settings, he said. He also wants to make a program capable of fact-checking, which would make it more useful and better at detecting fake articles. I plan to incorporate fact-checking and combine more information sources to help the program detect some of the fake news articles that are harder to access based only on contents or authors, he said. Zhang also plans to consider the ethics of setting up and implementing the system as he continues developing it. He notes that it needs to be accurate enough not to incorrectly flag articles while also being free from corporate or government biases, just bullshit, that might turn it malicious. This makes fake news is a challenge from a technical and social perspective, but one Zhang thinks is worth tackling. This program is ambitious because it is very hard to build, but I think this is an important problem, he said. So they wanted to make the problem as if it was, fake news articles going out. Now, again, you got to question the whole thing. What do you mean fake news article? No respectful publisher or a reporter, what have you, is going to put out fake news that could be proven fake on a major platform and then get, look stupid the next day. Who's going to do that? So they're trying to make you think like it's people in the major mass media and mainstream media putting out fake information. Because who are you talking about? Who are these people you're trying to protect everybody from that has the reach? How does Joe Blow with 1,000, 10,000 subscribers or followers or what have you, how does he have the reach to influence America to vote for Donald Trump? You understand? It's not about them trying to, get rid of disinformation. This is about control. Plain and simple. It's not disinformation. A person's opinion is not disinformation. It's not fake news. So again, unless a person sets up a stage that mimics and looks exactly like Fox News and has anchors with suits on and shit like that, and 50,000, $1 million cameras to shoot and make it look real, and has the broadcast capability to broadcast to the entire fucking country, why are they worried about it? They shouldn't be worried about that. They shouldn't be worried about somebody in their drawers in their fucking basement talking about goddamn tinfoil on their head. If you're crazy enough to believe them, then you're crazy enough to believe anything, no matter what's being put out. So we've seen this algorithm in action. Whenever you said corona, whenever you put anything out that had to do with vaccines, automatically there was a disclaimer underneath the video or post or what have you. You got to understand that that had to be sent to these platforms, to Facebook, to Twitter, to all the social media sites, because that's a program. That's a program that has to be put into their system. It's not these people specifically jumping on there and doing that. Facebook, all the social media programs, they had to agree to this so it can be done. That's in their programming. So it already was decided long ago, before we knew about it, that this was put into the program, into the system. So when you said something, automatically it would pop up. That's fucking scary. That's nuts. Every time I seen that, it made me fucking cringe that me just mentioning coronavirus, and there's a disclaimer underneath the picture or video that doesn't have anything really to do with coronavirus. We just said it or mentioned it in any capacity, funny or what have you. And then we got this whole disclaimer under the video or photo because we said or showed coronavirus. Let me read this one. It says, the future of free speech, trolls, anonymity, and fake news online. Many experts fear uncivil and manipulative behaviors on the internet will persist and may get worse. Well, really, this will lead to a splintering of social media into AI-patrolled and regulated safe spaces separated from free-for-all zones. Some worry this will hurt the open exchange of ideas and compromise privacy. Obviously, when you have programs, apps, or what have you, monitoring what you say, what you text, it's going to be a privacy issue. That means you have to monitor everything I say in text and what I post at all times, because you're looking for keywords that you can flag. And if something is trending and they don't want nobody to know about it, they're going to target those keywords such as vaccine, virus, or what have you. That's what's going on. So we already seen this at work. It's going to be done on a bigger scale. So when you saying the word conscious or black power or white power or any type of thing that has to do with anything controversial, is going to be flagged. I can't tell you how many times I had my channel, or not channel, I had my Facebook jail, we call it. I was put in Facebook jail for stupid shit. Like me making a joke about somebody's house being rat infested, and I made a joke about, oh, blow it up. I got put in Facebook jail for 3 days for saying burn down the house because they had rats. Just joking, saying it. It violated rules or what have you. Facebook jail 3 days. Don't give you a chance to explain it. It's a joke. But if they read it, they can clearly see it's a joke because it's a laughing emoji after LOL or what have you. This is what's been going on. It's going to get worse. So again, people are going to think it's a joke. People are going to think it's some bullshit or what have you. I told you guys, everything I've been saying has been coming true. And this is coming. It's going to be gone. I told y'all a long time ago, this shit is going to be over. They're not going to let this keep happening. They're going to take this down. There's no way they're going to let people keep posting what they want to say. Now, if you saw V for Vendetta, most of you guys have by now. If you didn't see V for Vendetta, you need to watch V for Vendetta. Stop playing. You've seen The Mask before The Mask is famous right now. And the reason why it's been synonymous with social media and the internet is because of what they was basically trying to tell you in that movie. Remember, the guy, he had influence. He's being funny. He's making a joke. What happened to him? They killed him. They silenced him because his opinion or his jokes or what have you was too political and was putting out too much truth. And they're basically trying to tell you, anybody that has any type of reach, you can't say certain shit. You're going to be silenced. And that's basically what the whole movement of the movie was about. When you pay attention to, esoterically, having freedom, the freedom to speak, the freedom to do what you want to do, paint what you want to paint, say what you want to say, performance, art, any kind of art, whatever you want to do, you should be free to do so. Plain and simple. Now, stuff like this, social media, it's a channel. You can block it. You don't have to watch it. Everybody has an opinion. Walking up and down the street, every day you're going to run into people with opinions. You can't run away from them and their opinion. If you're not going to hear it on social media, you're going to hear it in the street face to face. So it's bullshit as far as the reach. What they're trying to do is like, blurting out the cuss words on the radio. It's stupid. The kids are going to hear the fucking cuss words no matter what. It's going to make them want to hear the song even more to hear the cuss words. You're a good role model. You raise a good kid, it's going to be a good kid. Just that simple. But this is what they're trying to do. Silence it all. Many movies is giving you this hint of what's coming and what's going on. Eventually, we're not going to be able to say what we want to say. It's already happening now, as you can see. And as I said, I told you guys this was coming, and it's only going to get worse. But I got a lot more I'm going to get into, on Merkabah Academy about this subject that I don't want to say here or show here, even though I said a lot here already. That's probably going to, get flagged or what have you. But yeah, basically, make sure you guys pay attention to what's happening. I wanted to let everybody know, again, the reason why I had to take the video down. Everybody's been looking for it because for whatever reason, you didn't see the last few videos that I posted, and that happens. As I said, they don't show everybody the video. Some people, I'll post the video, they won't see it for a week. It won't pop up any suggestions, what have you. That's by design. I've been blacklisted long ago. So if you're seeing it, you're a part of a few people that's probably seeing it, and then they inflate the numbers. It's bullshit. So if it says 2,000 views or what have you, it's probably not that much. It's probably a couple hundred. This is what's going on, the type of shit that they're doing. But yeah, I want to thank everybody who took the time to purchase and support. Make sure you guys take advantage and support the flash drive sale. Get the flash drive. Get on that list so you guys can continue to get the videos for free who get the flash drive. Don't miss it. Don't miss it. Mark my words. You don't want to miss it at this price. Get it now. Get Never Pay Again membership so you can get access. Because when I start putting these videos out, they're not going to stay on the site for long. They're going to be gone. So you'll be able to have access to them and get them when they post for that time that they post it. But yeah, that's what's going to happen until I can figure this whole thing out and get my own shit. But yeah, thanks for taking the time to watch and purchase and support everybody who supported. Love y'all. See you next video.